So you're a player yourself. What did sport give you in terms that what edge did sports give you?
I think the first thing, something that you mentioned earlier, in a team sport, if you don't trust your colleagues or your teammates, you're not going to achieve anything. So I would say sports gave me that thing that, and especially I mean, in handball, so that is the sports I played. In handball, you defend like six on a line. If you don't trust the person on one side or the other that they're going to do the right move, then you might as well just go and sit down because it's such a fast game that if you don't trust that he's going to do the right move next, then you can't do it alone. So trust is the one thing, and I think I mean it's a bit of a cliche, but teamwork, as in yes, you're in a team sport, so working together, but it's not just let's say in handball the 60 minutes you spend on the court. I mean the time in the dressing room, the time before. I mean, up until today, my bestest of friends are the guys that I played handball with 10, 15 years ago. As in, and
Because you go through a lot when you work in a team. And in that
exactly,
situation, you
and
go through a lot.
you train every other day. When you lose together, you win together, but you also build a community in a way. As in, I mean, you end up going out together, and you build a family outside of your normal family.
Yes,
Because
yes.
again, it's you might say some people say you can do that at work. I think it's a little bit different. As in at work, yes, you build teamwork, you build a community where you need to work well together, collaborate together. But I think then what you do in sports is a little bit can touch a little bit the personal aspect of yours. I mean, if you're especially in a team, if I mean you're defending together, you're how shall I say it? I mean, at work you get disappointment sometimes, but in sports, if you lose a game when you've been, you know, training so hard for it, especially in handball, it's an amateur sport, so you don't get paid. You don't get. I mean, you pretty much pay to be there,
Yes.
pay to go abroad with the team. If you lose when you've done so much together, I think you didn't. I mean, it gets you closer.
I think you come face to face. And it's true. I don't think we sometimes get closer to this. What I'm going to say, and at work, you become very close with, even if you did your best. Sometimes you lose still. Sometimes your best is not enough.
Exactly. And I mean to compare it with work. If at work you don't meet a deadline, you don't reach a target, whatever.
The show goes on in a way.
Exactly, the show goes on, and you pretty much say, okay, as in I didn't do it. I'm gonna try something different next time, or I'm gonna work for it differently the next time around. In a handball game, because there's and also an element of emotions as well, and that builds up during the game. Certain episodes in the game where the referee might have done something, your teammate did a mistake, but you made up for it. Someone hit someone because it's a very physical game. I've given my few hits as well. So
You're a big guy.
and
I'm sure you did.
Honestly, and maybe some people will see this that played handball against me. I was the guy that would hit you on court, but then go and have a beer with you after the game. But if I want to hit you on court, I will hit you. You could be my best friend. I will hit you. No, but the emotions in it, at the end of it, gives you more than I think any work environment can give you.
I agree with that.
In fact, I have two kids, and my daughter really likes gymnastics, which she's really good at. But I'm pushing her, and she's now doing basketball as well to get that feeling of a team sport. Because gymnastics is good, and it gives you a lot of strength and whatnot, but it does not give you what walking into a dressing room with your teammates before a game and then after a game, and they could be two different scenarios. You walk in, everyone's happy, you joke, and you walk in after a game and you lost, but you're still friends. You still need to pick up yourself to go to the next game next week. You don't get that in any other environment,
No.
in my opinion.
Yes, yes,
Of course.
I agree. And I appreciate that you're mentioning that the distinctiveness of individual sports and team sports, they both give you something which is unique,
Exactly.
but diverse.
Yes, because then what you notice in individual sports, I've never done it myself, but I read books and then, follow individual sports players. Then these people are more resilient, these people are more
Self-reliance.
self-reliant, they are they're capable of taking more risks, because if you're alone, I'm either going to do it or not do it.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I think it gives you different abilities as well, different perspectives of how to do things. But I think everyone should somewhere in some way, shape, or form be involved in a sports, in my opinion.
I agree.
Or I know you like scouts, or
I do.
probably scouts.
Yes, Scouts for sure.
Just to be on your good
Yes,
books.
thank you. And we do have our physical stuff at Scouts as
Yes.
well. So
But there's also the element of teamwork.
definitely, definitely. There is a whole system and philosophy behind
And
that.
badges, and
Yes, yes, yes.
it's a bit of a
No, but I did both. I did both. I
Exactly.
did both sports
Right.
and Scouts. So I see the benefit in both.
yes, definitely.